everybody to Damage Radio here live on MontcoRadio.com where music reminds me. Y'all already know me. I'm R to the C alongside Ben, the Broken Records, Harvey in the house.
Yes, that is correct.
That's right, guys. Make sure you check him out. We'll let you know what time he's on. Ben, what time are you on, bud?
Wednesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., right before Montco Radio meetings.
Definitely. And now we got Arthur. He's bulletproof whipping in the house. Take two. And Sammy Fernandez from the world-famous Monster Factory.
Hey.
And we got Alan and Bruce in the house. Guys, welcome to Damage Radio.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to be here.
Nice. We've got so much to talk about, guys. You know, first off, where's the winter at? I love it. I love this weather, man. It seems so nice out here, right, Sammy?
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. I'm loving that the sun is finally shining. The weather has not been on our side lately the past couple of days, but today is definitely a nice day.
Definitely. Now, what you been up to since the last time we saw you, man?
A lot of new things. I currently won and lost the Supersonic Championship, which I
just got to talk about that later, man.
Yeah, but it's been a roller coaster at the Monster Factory the past 3 weeks. Actually, the first month of 2020 has been crazy and awesome, which I would love to get more into detail about that later.
Definitely, man. The man, when you won that title, man, I just love how like the star power came out of you, like the music videos of you dancing and just sliding in your house, man.
Oh yeah,
man, I was cracking up.
That's something fun. I wanted to do more stuff with the Supersonic Championship. Unfortunately, I'm not able to now, but I don't really think I need the championship to do that, even though it was a nice little piece of gold to have around.
Nice.
Yeah. But
it reminds me the bad boy who was a Ramon, and he had the gold in his waist.
That's right.
And that's complete damage.
And Sammy had gold, man. And Art, you had your first experience of the Monster Factory. I know you were talking about how, like, you know, both of us first time seeing Sammy wrestle, man. And we were.
That was his first time at the Monster. That's first time, awesome. Yeah. I didn't know that.
And watching you wrestle, man, he was just. We were both impressed, man, with your moves, your charisma when you came out, man. You going on top of that thing and standing and smelling.
Oh yeah.
What the people were cooking. I loved it.
You know, the last time I was there. And I did not know you were a ladies man, Sammy.
And, thanks.
And because the funny thing is, you look like a brother to me.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Both are ladies, man. So
we're bros, man.
Yep.
We're both bros. That makes sense.
He saw you come out, man. He was all about it, man. He was just like, and the moves did. You and Hyena Hexx, man. You guys took it to the limit, and you got one over on him, man.
Oh yeah, he definitely screwed up my neck for sure on that match. It was really hard hitting. It was some moves I've never ever have taken that he put me through, and that was short of a roller coaster of a match.
Live on the spot though, like that, you know, doing moves you never tried before.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that, man.
It's sketchy. It's dangerous. It's painful, but it was definitely he had to go to that limit to actually try to beat me, because there was no way I was just gonna give up the title like that, and I had to prove to myself that I had to defend it. So that's why he had to do what he did in that match, and I had to do what I did in that match.
Right, and talk a little about, you know, how like things change, you know, in every promotion in life in general, and the Monster Factory is no different. The Prowl's no more. You have a couple other people dismantling. You know, talk about the difference, you know, with the Monster Factory and that going on.
Well, there's a lot of younger boys coming up, you know, and
myself.
Yeah, yep. And the athleticism is only getting crazier, and we're only getting more creative. So like times are changing with and like Monster Fact, like before I don't want to like say like, oh, I started it, but like before I came, there wasn't like as much videos or like creativity as in promos and stuff like that beforehand.
That's true.
And now a lot of the guys are just doing it themselves, which I think it's awesome. And I want to give Carl Martin, Dr. Carl Martin, some credit on that.
My man,
because
Dr. Carl
he definitely sparked like a flame in everyone to do that. Like he sparked a flame to me. Like he made really creepy edits, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get on that. And then I started doing it. Then the next person, and everyone started to learn it themselves. Everyone wasn't depending on Dan to do it.
Right.
So that like times are changing, whereas like everyone's going to do it themselves. And hopefully, like I hope in the future of pro wrestling, like everyone knows how to do that. Like everyone should know how to do that.
Because it's a business, but you're your own business.
Yeah.
You are promoting yourself and trying to make it go one step higher.
Yeah.
Now, was it after your therapy session with Dr. Carl Martin, when you sat in that chair and you started talking to him, that all these great ideas came?
Yeah. That was an interesting therapy session. I still see him every now and then for a therapy session because he's just a remarkable man. But
yes.
yeah, I want to say that Carl definitely helped me he's still helping me find who I am, which right now is the search to like be soul searching to be myself and like find myself. So that's something that we've been working through, and he's been helping a lot. His therapy is great work. Now, I'm not gonna say like all his therapy work because he has some problems right now with Mr. Getty Cahoon, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Issues like a rivalry against each other, and like it reminds me of enemies. Like you're talking about Big John Studd and Andre the Giant. They had a rivalry against each other. 2 giants in the ring. Like, really? That was back in the 80s.
And the story they told in that ring during that match, it was just remarkable. Like Dr. Carl Martin, like he's on the outside, he's managing, but like the story he was telling, like with his words, you know, you can still come back to us, Getty. You can still come back, like as a fan sitting there watching. It was amazing.
Yeah, I always tell Carl he does have like a safe aura to him. Like you feel safe when you're with him. So like, him being so like, come back to me, like I will take care of you. That like that I felt that like I'm like go back to him, you know.
Nice. Now, I got to tell you, man, I got to give you a lot of credit, man. Since then, being on this side, and Alan could probably attest to this too, like watching, you know, interviewing you guys and watching you guys get more comfortable with your character. And you've been getting so much better on the mic and promos and all that. Like, you know, from the first time I interviewed you live at the Monster Factory to now, man, you're so much more comfortable, you know, with yourself and your promos and all that. So, and same with Bobby Buffet too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was listening to Bobby's podcast. That was actually the last podcast I listened from you guys. And like, he just got like a flame in him out of nowhere now, and he's just on a roll. And and Bobby's one of those guys that I do respect. He's one of the boys I would want to say like where he's a really hard worker, and I like he puts in the work, and I can't like you can't knock him down for any of that. And like that to me, like when I see you working as hard, it's like, dang, I need to be his friend, and we became friends ever since.
Right. Another guy I've been watching, he's been doing videos, is Leroy Rivera, right?
Oh, my brother.
Yeah. I'm very impressed, man, with like the stuff he's doing. What was it? He does rugby? Does do? Or
he did rugby. We pretty much we skateboarded our whole lives together, so like we know how to film stuff. Like we would have to ride a skateboard on bumpy roads and like film each other skateboarding. So we have like a knowledge to filming stuff and like how to get a right angle, get a low angle, use a fisheye, zoom in, shutter speed, like all this type of like camera stuff we learned through skateboarding. We didn't go to school for like the camera angles or the camera lighting. We just figured it out through skateboarding. And like we would use the sunlight to or sunset to help us make a cool scene in skateboarding. So like we figured that out. Like so Leroy, it doesn't surprise me. He knows how to do all that stuff, and like we work together, and we're brothers. So like we have the same. We see each other's vision, which like
and the connection.
Yeah, like no offense to anyone else out there like filming me. Like when I see like what I see is going to be completely different. If I try to explain it to you, it's never gonna come out to be. But if I tell Leroy, he knows because we just have that mindset together.
So did you guys watch wrestling your whole life together?
Yes.
But you just caught on it sooner?
Yeah, he started before me.
Nice, man. Now, we started before you.
Yeah.
Is he brand new to the factory, or?
Yeah. Well, no, he started watching wrestling before me. Like he started watching the Attitude Era. I started watching around Ruthless Aggression.
Okay.
But yeah, he's newer to the factory. He wanted to finish school before he joined the Monster Factory. Yeah. So he was like, I need to do something to tough me up before I join wrestling. So he did rugby, and that left a nasty scar on his head, which I should show you. I'm going to show you pictures afterwards of the cut he has on his head.
Why did he get into rugby? Like, was it just like, you know, he's just athletic in general, or?
No, I think it was a toughness thing. He wanted to see if he could do it.
Okay. Well, he looked in the videos he put up, man. It looks pretty legit. He's doing a good job.
Oh yeah, he's definitely his Susquehanna University is like one of the top rugby schools.
Okay.
So it's definitely up there.
Nice, man. Now, what made him join the Monster Factory? Was it watching you?
Yeah, he came to like 2 shows, and like the first show he's like, man, I just wanted to like get in there and like wrestle with you, and I'm like, yeah, but you gotta finish school because that's what you set out to do first. And he was like, I know. And then the second show he came to, he ran into Dan, and he was telling Dan that he wanted to join, and Dan's like, I'll see you Tuesday. And then we were driving home, and he goes, dude, I got to show up Tuesday. And I'm like, no, man, he's just messing around. You could probably show up whenever you feel like. And he goes, no, like he told me to come Tuesday, and I told him, yeah, I'll come Tuesday. I'm like, oh, you told him you'll come, so you got to show up now.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I didn't think of joining this soon. And I'm like, well, you told him you were coming, so. And he came that Tuesday, he trained with us, and he's been a member ever since.
Now, how is Dan with the newbies? Like, let me say, like, is he pretty cool with the new guys coming in, or does he like make sure like they really want this? Is there like kind of test that he does?
Yeah, he just wants you to show up, and from there, he will put you to the test.
Nice.
Just showing up does a lot. It's just like, gym class in high school. You show up, you get a grade.
Yeah.
So, like, all you have to do is, like, show up, and he will... And from there, that's where your career gets better and expands,
Right. Now, all right, people want to call him. What's that number?
Oh, man, you better call on the hotline. It's 215-619-7366. I'll repeat, 215-619-7366. If you have a question or comment, we're glad to answer. Oh, we got a phone call.
That was quick.
Right?
Thank you for calling Complete Damage Radio. Who's on the line?
Did it hang
Who
up,
else
Ben?
would be on the line on a Monday morning, Arthur?
Oh, Candy.
Candy.
Welcome to Damage Radio. How's it going?
How are you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. So I've got a couple of things I wanted to talk about real quick.
Okay.
RC, I'm going to put you on the spot because I just got my Rock and Pod ticket and booked my hotel room the other day. Are you going to be there this year, or are you going to skip out on us again?
Probably not going to be there. Money's tight, as everyone knows, and just going to focus on my family for right now.
Yeah, well, that's totally respectable. You got to come one day, though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so excited to finally come this year. But second thing I wanted to talk about, so I'm hearing everyone, talking about their experiences at a Monster Factory show. That's one item I've yet to cross off my bucket list, and I intend to do it one day. But not only to see the show, but I got a bone to pick with Royal Money. I know he's listening right now. We've been ripping each other apart since the day we got in touch. So, Royal Money, I know you're listening.
Wait.
I'm coming for you, and I want round 2 for your title. I was unsuccessful taking it from you when I was at Montco, and I'm going to do it this time.
Wait,
so
you're really picking a fight with Royal Money?
Absolutely.
All the way
I
from
am.
Canada.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
All right,
All the way
I'm
from
not getting
Canada.
involved, but
All the way from Canada.
Good luck to you. That's all I have to say.
Gentlemen, he does not stand a chance with me, okay? He knows. He knows the deal.
Well, she stole his belt last time.
I challenged him to a chop-off, and I mean it. When I get there, it's on.
I've been on the end of one of those chops. They're not fun. Not fun. Can make your heart stop. That's how hard it is.
I have no experience in professional wrestling, but I've been shot before, and I took it like a champ. Okay, if a person with no experience can take that, I'm not scared of Royal Money. I know
no experience, but you're going to go up after the toughest dog at the factory.
Oh!
Yeah, that's not... Good luck, Candy.
He's like the Rottweiler. I'm like the little barking Chihuahua. So.
Nice.
Anyway, guys, I won't keep you long. I know you got a packed house. Enjoy the rest of your show. But again, Royal Money, I am coming for you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Here
Thanks
we
for
go
the call,
again.
Candy. Appreciate it. So, Alan, welcome to Damage Radio. Can you tell the Damage fans a little bit about yourself and how did you get into this crazy business of professional wrestling?
Well, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, and I got involved with Top Rope Wrestling a few years ago, and then from there I started doing stuff with CCW, Classic Championship Wrestling, and just recording stuff for Top Rope TV, doing shoot interviews with wrestlers around the state and then all over the place, and then I got involved with MLW, and I got involved with this team, Team Philly Entertainment,
Okay.
and we all came together a couple years ago, maybe about a little over a year ago, over at the Icons of Wrestling in Philly at the 2300 Arena. We were setting up on late night, setting up for the show the next day and everything, and then that's when Team Philly was formed. We promoted our first show for MLW in February 2019, and then after that, our next big show we did was Impact Wrestling, and then we just kept moving on, and actually, we're coming up on doing our first show as a team in Philadelphia at Toll Man Joe's. It's on February 29th, It's Leap Day Lunacy. The show is going to be between Rope to Rope Entertainment, Top Rope Wrestling, Northern Tier Wrestling, and it's Saturday, February 29th. Top Rope Wrestling is going to be doing the kickoff show. The main event's going to be Matt Tremont versus Stockade, and the stipulation will be announced the day of the show. And then we also have Dave Reed versus Kit Osbourne versus Black G's versus Stan Stylez. Then we also have HC Loke versus HDC in an Extreme Rules match. And also, too, I got to add, one thing we're doing in this is we're allowing fans to bring the weapons that are going to be used in the matches. So that should be interesting.
Good luck with that one. Yeah.
Any fan that wants to come out to the show, bring whatever weapons that you want. We're going to collect them at the door, put them in a bin so the wrestlers have them to use in the hard
Make sure they're not stolen weapons.
Yeah, obviously not stolen weapons. And then we're going to also have the Patriots going to be in the house, teaming with Breaker Morant versus the Payne brothers, Chuck and Kyle. We're going to have Chris Bradley versus the full-time boss, Christian Ross. And then we're going to have Rob Sweet, Dewey Murray, Seth Briggs, Dave, Kibu Harris, and Merck in a match. And then we're going to have Dave Dahl versus Johnny Nova. And it's going to go down at 26 East Oregon Avenue in Philadelphia, PA, 19148. Doors open at 2. Yeah, it's an afternoon show, so if you guys want to go to an evening show, it's perfectly cool. You could, you guys will be done by around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Pre-show is going to start at 2:30. Main show at 3. And definitely just got to come check it out. We're going to have the People's Tramp, Felicia Rose, in the house. And I also got right here, I got Jaxsin Hexx. He's the Top Rope Wrestling UK champion, and he's going to plug his title right now and talk about his matches he's going to be doing at the show with Top Rope Wrestling.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, so it's going to be me against Ben Riviera, against Corky for my title. I don't know if you guys ever heard about my title. It's the No Limits AWA title, the UK title.
Okay.
I defended 10 times. I get a shot at the heavyweight title for Top Rope. So this is going to be my first defense.
Nice. So, what inspired you to pursue professional wrestling?
I grew up. I remember going to the Spectrum when I was about 2-3 years old. My dad, my uncle, my cousins. I used to pack in the back of a station wagon, like them old ones with the wood paneling on the back.
Oh, God.
Way back when. We'd all just, there'd be 8 of us in the back just wrestling around on the way to the show. We'd go down there. I think that first match I remember was Hulk Hogan versus Killer Kang, I think it was.
Okay.
Guy wasn't around very long. But, yeah, I mean, I've always been a wrestling fan. This is my second time around. I took a 10-year hiatus. Been back for about 6 months now. So.
Nice. Can you take us back to your first match, man? What it was like walking through that curtain? The adrenaline that was going through your bones?
It was insane. I actually wrestled my partner at the time, White Trash Johnny Logan. And literally first 30 seconds into the match, I tripped up. He kicked me in the chest. And my leg spun way it shouldn't. And I wound up having a bruise from my heel and my back. And then we did a tag team match later on that night. Against Tiger Ali and Onslaught. I haven't seen them guys in a while. But, yeah, it's addicting.
Yeah.
When they say, when you go out there and you hear people just screaming, whether they hate you or they love you, if you get a reaction from them, that's everything. You're striving to get them to either cheer for you or hate you. The last show I just did, a bunch of my nephews came out for the first time. They're all 10, 11, 12. My son was there.
Nice.
And literally, just them 6 kids literally got the rest of the building screaming, yelling, chanting. Just them, getting into it. Everybody seeing them light up.
Nice.
Hey, we got a phone call calling. Thank you for calling Complete Damage. Thank you for calling Complete Damage Radio. And who's on the line?
This is Royal Money.
Royal, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Royal woke up. Royal, what's going on, man?
Man, I hear people, saying my name and stuff, and I have to call in. I'm sorry if I cut anybody off who was talking, but, man.
Nah, perfect time,
it's
man.
Royal Money now.
What's going on, man? How's everything been?
I actually called to say what's up to my brother Sammy on the line.
Yo, Royal Money.
You feel, little bro?
We,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. we're bros now. We took a road trip together.
That's what I want to hear about. Both of you guys, man. How was that road trip to New England All-Stars, right?
Oh man, it was
listen,
it was the best.
Listen, the road trip was amazing. I don't even think I could talk about it. It's like one of those Las Vegas things. Like what happens in Massachusetts has to stay in Massachusetts, man.
But that promo was pretty lit with that King did in front of the water.
Oh yeah, Royal produced that. I helped direct that. Major made the music and
all factory guys.
Yeah, it's like it was that was a great promo. And literally Cash just woke up and did it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sometimes the best way to be when just wake up and just go, don't think about it, just talk.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do a promo. Yeah. So, Royal, how was that? How was that? The whole arena, the event, man. How would you grade it? What were some highlights?
In Massachusetts or the arena?
At the New England All-Star Show.
Oh, it was amazing, man. I had a good time. I was happy to see, guys I haven't seen in a while, like Uncle Bob Evans or whatever, like Tim Hughes, another Monster Factory guy. And just seeing everybody else, some new faces and stuff like that. And Brian Pillman Jr. was there. It was really cool to see him again. I got a chance to see him wrestle before I actually beat him up that Saturday. Which was
nice.
An amazing time.
Nice. Now, who'd you go against that day? Because it was during the week, right? Wednesday?
It was a Thursday, yeah.
Thursday.
We don't have to talk about the guy I went against. It was all about roll money. It was the roll money show.
Nice. So at the end of the day, Royal got his hand raised. That's all we need to worry about.
Literally, wrestling was the second reason I went to Massachusetts, if you know what I mean.
And when I also, Royal, your buddy Benjamin Kim posted something on Facebook, and he was there at the zoo, probably like she cannot see the black and white tiger, and she got scared the crap out of it.
That's right. Yeah, a video King put up with she was standing at the zoo and standing behind a glass, and Tiger scared the out of her.
I don't even pay attention to Benjamin King actually.
Nice, nice man.
I really don't. I'm sorry, but I really don't. I love him to death. I just don't pay attention to him. It's just like every time I see him, it's just like, oh my God, here go all these words, man.
The eyes on money, It's all money.
That's what it is. I just love myself so much now. I always did, but
we just got done Valentine's Day, man. So who better to love you than yourself? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because we're the only ones that get each other satisfaction. Well,
because my girlfriend went to sleep on me on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Oh.
Man.
Oh man. So let's talk about this past Friday's show at the factory. How was that, guys?
Oh, that was fun. I did commentary for that. That was really cool.
I saw that with Ferran, yeah.
Yeah, that was something very outside my comfort zone, but it was fun. Commentating. Is that another phone call? Dang.
Thank you for calling Complete Damage Radio. And who's on the line?
It's Roll Money. Everybody.
Rule number 2.
That is Complete Damage.
It's Metro PCS's fault for dropping this call.
Nice.
But anyway, Friday's show was amazing because it was Black History Month. And you know what? The black guy didn't die first in the movie.
That was a pretty awesome segment. That sent the fans home happy with that
so
segment.
What are these Factory Fridays? You guys can just dress up and be someone different?
They're themed, yeah.
It's an alternate universe.
Yeah.
So you'll see us as who we are on the MSPW shows, and then you'll come and then you'll see us just expound on what the theme is. That particular Friday.
Those shows can get really weird. Like one time I was a monkey, Royal was a pimp. Like it can get really weird. There was a Star Wars one where Royal just didn't really care about Star Wars and just cared about Baby Yoda, and that was it.
Really?
Yeah. They had
match with just Yoda?
They had a Baby Yoda on a pole match.
Oh.
And those shows can be fun. They're really interesting to experience.
Is this show for you guys to get out of your comfort zone and just try different things and see what works with the fans and what doesn't?
Yeah, that's why I also did commentary, because I'm I want to get better at talking, and calling it play-by-play with Ron was different. So those are shows that really just be get out of your comfort zone, be something else,
Right. I like to see Royal in commentary. That's what I like to see.
I don't think the show is ready for that.
Yeah.
If you don't do a commentary, but I will.
Nice. Now, Art, I got to ask you, man. You had your first Monster Factory show. We were talking with Sammy. You saw Royal Money, Travis Jacobs. Money is inevitable, man.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like seeing Royal, man, there live and seeing him wrestle?
Oh, yeah. Great time. They defeated probably like Tiger. What happened with?
2 guys we don't need to worry about, right, Royal?
That's true.
Yeah. I learned from Royal.
I always be like, I be giving Arthur so much credit. He let me down all the time. He asked you about Royal Money, and you went to 2 other dweebs, bro.
Yep.
No, what? We're not asking Arthur no more questions.
But here's what. You know who's going to be in the building on Saturday? The Bullet.
I'm going to be in the building on Saturday.
Arthur the Bullet Lim is making his second appearance at the Monster Factory this Saturday.
Speaking of Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be there this Saturday coming up. And also, if you're thinking about coming here soon, if all you listen right here, Complete Damage on MoncoRadio.com, I would say we have something going on this coming Saturday.
That's right. We'll be there.
Oh, yeah, February 22nd.
I don't want to take up the time because Sammy is very entertaining. There was another guy on here that was speaking like he was speaking in run-on sentences, which is very entertaining to me. So I just want to tell Candy that when she does come back, I got some chops that's loaded for her.
Ooh.
Nice.
And this is an exclusive, and you heard it here first on Completely Damaged. February 22nd, Royal Money is winning this whole Monster Factory Cup Saturday. I got some things to get off of my chest. I've been sick for a couple of days. I'm feeling better now. It's a lot of guys who's on this card that's really, really accomplished, and I don't care about none of that.
Now, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, Royal, but Travis Jacobs, man. He's in the qualifier,
man, I'm
too.
not worried about none of that, man. Listen,
does that hurt your tag team?
Hey, Cameron, don't make me hate you, man.
Hey, man. Who's Cameron? Who's Cameron?
But listen, it's a lot of accomplished people on this card, and Travis Jacobs is a young lion who's going to do a lot of phenomenal things in this business, but February 22nd ain't his day, and I love him to death. So you just be there to see what happens.
So can you cut a promo right here live to everyone in that tournament?
I just cut the promo, bro.
I want to hear it again, man. I want to hear it again.
You just missed it. You like 8 steps behind. Come on, reporter. I just gave you an exclusive. I'm hanging up, guys. I love all of you guys. I'm hanging up.
All right, love you, buddy.
Promo. Sammy, love you, bro.
All right, love you, bro.
Thanks for the call,
Appreciate it, man.
Also,
later.
Royal mentioned Brian Pillman Jr. earlier. Brian Pillman Jr. has had one hell of a year coming this past year in 2019. In fact, Pro Wrestling Illustrated they awarded Pillman Jr. with the Wrestler of the Year for 2019. That was presented to him at the MLW show a couple weeks ago. And also, too, me and my associate Rick Reinhardt at Pro Wrestling Archives, we awarded Brian Pillman Jr. with the 2019 Wrestler of the Year award for Philly, for going hard for Philly. And if you want to check that out, me and Rick did a presentation of that trophy to Brian Pillman Jr. at the 2300 Arena, where Brian Pillman Jr. gave a speech and all, in accepting that award, and you can look that up on Pro Wrestling Archives on YouTube.
Nice, man. And if people want to get more information about this show coming up on the 29th, where can they go?
Oh, if they want to get more information on the show, I'm going to be here on the campus at Montco for anybody here listening in. So I have tickets with me right now. Pre-sale tickets, front row are $22, and then general admission is $20. And we will also have tickets at the door, but they'll be $5 more than pre-sale. But if you want to buy tickets from me, you can get a hold of me by either text or calling me at 267-636-3127. That's 267-636-3127. That's either call or text me, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a ticket and just come out to the show. It's at Tollman Joe's in South Philly on Saturday, February 29th. And it's at 26 East Oregon Avenue, Philadelphia, PA. And just come on out and just contact me if you want to buy a ticket. And anyways, just thank you. Yeah, just thank you again for supporting independent pro wrestling.
Definitely. Now, if people are not at the campus, they can't get a ticket. Can they go online, Facebook?
I can
get more information.
I can actually share the links that I have. I'll share them up on.
And we'll put it on the page. Okay.
Yeah, so that way you could go to that link and buy them. But you could also go to check us out on the Facebook fan page for Pro Wrestling Invades South Philadelphia. For Leap Day Lunacy, it's the event page on Facebook. You go check it out on there too.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that very much.
Cool.
Yeah. Now,
speaking of Brian Pillman, though, I got to hang out with him, and that was a pretty cool experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that cool? What did you guys do? Anything cool?
We hung out at Whistler's with Dan, and that was a pretty cool experience. He's like close to our age, so like he's very approachable. Like he's so cool to talk to. Like,
and that's the thing. Like wrestlers, everyone gives him a bad rep. Everyone thinks they can't approach them, but some of the guys are actually like legit nice guys in the business.
Yeah.
That's cool to see.
He was really cool to hang out with, and I saw him at the New England All Star show.
Okay.
And like we hung out there, and then at the factory show, and I want my one-on-one with him for sure.
Nice, that would be a good match.
He's the Promised Prince, and I'm the Flamboyant Pharaoh.
That's right.
And we have to go one-on-one for sure. Nice. And I want Dan to book that for sure.
Book it, Dan. Book it. Now, what was your role at the New England All-Star?
So I got to work with Richard Holiday from MLW, which was pretty fun.
That was probably cool.
Yeah, it was crazy because I helped out at the MLW show the week before then. So, like, I saw him there. He had his AirPods in. He looked very unapproachable. Like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to bother him. He has his AirPods on. And then I saw him later, and he had his AirPods on while he was in the ring.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, he, like, lives this. Like, he actually does this. And, yeah, so I got to, like, meet him. I got paired with him to be, like, his assistant. And I went up to him, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be your assistant. They said you hired me and stuff like that. And he goes, oh, cool, what's your name? And I go, oh, my name's Sammy. Call me Samuel or whatever. He goes, you're AirPod Todd now. And I'm like,
That's why he
wait,
called you that.
what?
Okay.
And he goes, you're Todd now, because I'm the AirPod God and you are AirPod Todd. And I'm like, wait, what? And then he
that is complete damage.
Yeah.
And then he gives me a check, and I'm like, looking at the numbers on that check, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be AirPod Todd.
Nice.
And so that was pretty fun to work with him. And then I had my own set of AirPods too, so like we had like a AirPod duo there.
Oh, nice, man.
So that was a cool experience for sure.
Nice. Now, Bullet, you got a question right here, right?
Where did the Sammy Miami nickname come from?
Bro, did you not see the Super Bowl? Did you not see Shakira and J-Lo kill it?
I saw the Super Bowl.
That's the reason why.
Really?
Yeah, no. I got you guys though. But no, I wanted to start it after that. So like, because Miami is like very vibrant and very like Hispanic based. Like it's a lot of like Hispanic foods and like, Hispanic cultures in Miami, and like I have that in me. But like I'm also American. Like I was born in the States, so have Hispanic heritage in America. That's pretty much what I am.
Or more than like Miami Vice.
Yeah.
The TV series back then, including one movie.
Yeah, so I decided to go with that nickname because I'm just very vibrant and outgoing, and I just have that Hispanic heritage in me.
Well, if you like you brighten up the whole room when your theme music hits, man.
Oh
like
my gosh!
When you come out, man.
Dude, I will walk into the grocery store and listen to my theme song on my AirPods and just be like dancing and like grooving and like having a flow. I'll be like wiggling my legs as I walk. Like there's just like you can even ask my girlfriend like. And credit to my girlfriend and her mom, they came up with the Sammy Miami because it rhymed.
Who were at the show, right?
Yes.
When we were there?
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah. I sat with them, and like I did not know you're a ladies' man.
Yeah. Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
lady,
Just one. Don't get me in trouble now.
Don't get him in trouble.
And
he can get Goldie in trouble like last time.
I know.
Yeah.
And one thing, because of classy Max Sterling, including his opponent last time I was there, he said "Oopa," and we said "Lupa." And it reminds me of Willy Wonka, Charlie, and the Chocolate Factory.
I remember that against Nikos Ricos.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, all right, that's a great question to bring up, man.
What's next for Classy Collective?
I don't know, man. I lost my boys.
I know.
They got beat up last show, and Max Sterling just let them get beat up and had a little hand in that, which was kind of fun because, like, Max is like more of like a fatherly role, and like like those guys were my age, so like I was bonding with them, and then we were getting into like antics and like lunacy together. So like now it's like, oh man, I don't have any bros to hang out with. I'm like on my own, and Sterling's like the champion now, so like he's worried about that and defending it, and I'm over here like, man, I want to hang out with the golden era,
Right.
Because they're no longer classic collective. They're the golden era, the golden boys, you know.
Yeah.
So like,
So is
It
that a
reminds
future-
me
is that a
of
future spot for you?
Golden Girls back then and the TV series back then.
they probably got that from that. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. So is that a future spot for you, maybe? The golden era?
I don't know. Sammy goes where Sammy goes. He travels the universe and just figures out, finds his place.
Like Ciampa, he lost Goldie.
Yeah.
I mean, so
I lost my Goldie.
You lost your Goldie. that's
I hope he's listening,
Right?
but I don't know.
That's what I wanted to bring up, though. Like, you know, you go against a veteran and Ricky Reyes. You know, you had the title on you. Hard fought match.
Nah, screw that, bro.
What happened, man?
Man, like one of the questions here says, what's like the? It says right here, one of the questions like, what's my goal for 2020? Right now, my short-term goal right now is to beat the living snot out of Tiger Watson. Because he's the one who cost me the championship, and Ricky ended up low blowing me to win that championship. So now, like, I want to get my revenge, and I want to beat the. Can I say crap? I want to beat the crap out of him. Okay, I want to beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Because like it's not cool.
No.
But yeah, that's like right now. That's like my first goal, and then that'll probably be accomplished very soon. Because you know, when I set out goals, I actually accomplish them a lot quicker than I usually think. So.
Right.
That's something I need to get done, and I hope February 22nd there's an open slot for that.
Right. So after you accomplish that goal, is it back on the Supersonic champion hunt?
That or the middleweight medallion.
Okay. It's still held by Jafar, right?
Yeah, I want to make that title feel important.
Right.
And that's one of my goals too. I have a lot of goals now because it's crazy to think like when I started January 2020, first day of the year, I was like, my goal this year is to be a champion. First show of the year, I become champion. And I'm like, okay, well, now I need a new goal because where do I go from here, you know?
Right.
So,
You know, also, I got a question for you, Alan, because I understand Brian Pillman Jr. is the son of the late Brian Pillman, and I understand that. And I looked on Facebook, he looks familiar. Former WWF superstar back then, now it's WWE, the Warlord was there. And I understand you have an event coming up on the 29th, Alan?
Yes, I do.
So you got the Patriot, right, going to be there, and a bunch of others, right?
Yes, the Patriot's going to be there. Matt Tremont's going to be there. It's going to be a really good show.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And Tremont's fresh off the Japan tour. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be really good. So, yeah, man, that's awesome.
He's going to be wrestling against Stockade, and we're also going to have some people in attendance from Celebrity Boxing there. So, yeah,
nice.
Definitely going to be a good show.
That's awesome. Now, Sam, I got to ask you, man, you hear that 1, 2, 3, you know, Ricky wins the title, you know, you're walking back to the locker room. I know you got, you know, retribution on your mind with Watson. You know, what else is going on, man?
let's just say I kind of fell under a depression. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, afterwards, like, I went home, and, like, I'm not really, like, an alcohol drinker. I don't do alcohol, but, like, I did drink a little bit to the point where I got, like, really upset, and I ended up just passing out on the floor of my living room. And this is me opening up, though, because I got, like, because no one wants to ever open up, but, like, I'm going to open up to you. Like, I got depressed. Like, I was like, where do I go from here, you know? And, like, and that really affected me. So, like, I wanted to open up about that and just say, like, I did get depressed. Now, like, because of that, I went to go see Dr. Carl, and like he's a psychiatrist, so I helped, and like that's why like now it's becoming like I have a relationship with Dr. Carl where like he's helping me out, and like he's helping me find myself, and he's gonna realize like, yeah, that championship was great and all, and like that like the glory and gold and fame that came with it isn't you. Right. And he said like, you can be yourself and without it, and when you get it, you're not going to be any more or any less, but you will have that around your waist, and it'll represent something. But that's the thing, like I felt I became dependent on it, and I was having fun with it. You saw the videos, like I was getting ridiculous with it. I felt like I needed it, but like I feel like I want it, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
So I want it bad. Like I want it back. But that's where like that's where I'm at right now. Like I fell into a depression afterwards.
Which is normal.
Yeah, it's life. Everyone deals with it.
But you're picking yourself back up.
Yeah,
and
like I'm not gonna hold it back. I'm gonna tell everybody about it. Like it's on the air, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something I wanted to share, and that's again why I'm in pro wrestling, because I'm trying to let everyone know what my emotions are, and put my emotions into pro wrestling, and that's just keeping it real with everyone.
And it shows when the fans are watching, and the fans appreciate that more because you're putting your heart and soul out, for them, and you're putting your body on that most importantly. And I know we talked before about, things can go wrong in the ring. Did anything ever go wrong where you didn't think you can finish the match? And what made you finish the match? Just adrenaline of the crowd, or?
No. Well, my shooting star press to the outside where I got my black eye. That I had that hurt so bad I had to actually tap out to the next submission that was put on me, because I couldn't handle the pain anymore. I was more mad at myself for not finishing the match, but actually being able to win. But it is what it is, Yeah.
So you decide to not put steak on the eye?
No. Not at all.
Nice.
It's a funny joke, and that will be complete damage.
Nice. Now, did you have any injuries that that you weren't sure that you were going to actually finish the match?
No. Every time I'm out there, I don't know. Sammy feels the same way. As soon as you get in that ring, it's completely different. Sorry. Every time you get in that ring, it's a completely different feeling. Like, I could be having the worst week at home, at work, but as soon as I get in that ring, everything disappears. It's just what's going on there. And honestly, until you get out of that ring, I don't feel anything.
Right.
Like, until I'm back in the locker room sitting down, finally catching my breath after whatever happened, that's when it hits me. That's when it's like, oh, man, my back's starting to hurt, it's my knee. But when you're in there, it's like you completely get zoned into it.
Now, what was the best piece of advice that a veteran or another person gave you as far as ring work goes?
Just make sure you follow through with everything. Don't hesitate. If you're going to do something, do it. If you're not going to do something, don't do it. Don't ever try something at a show unless you've perfected it in the training first. I made that mistake a couple times. I was working on a 360 elbow drop, and I decided to try it one time without ever practicing, just thinking I could do it, and it did not go well. It landed on the top of my head. But if you're going to do something, commit to it. Huh?
Did you finish the match as well?
Oh, yeah. The whole, I think there was 30 seconds left of it, thank God. But, it was the biggest thing. Commit to something.
Right.
If you're going to do it, go through with it.
Now, if people want to find more information about your book, where can they go?
About what?
If people want to find more information about you and your career, and if they want to book you for promotion, where can they go?
Like I said, I'm just getting back in the game right now.
Right.
This is only going to be my 4th or 5th show back.
Right.
So I'm still getting everything back together.
Okay.
Right now, this time I'm just in to have fun. The first time it was more of it was a dream. I want to be a wrestler, and this time I'm just having fun.
Nice, man. Nice. Speaking of fun, Sammy, you had Homicide. You trained with Homicide, right, in the ring in the Monster Factory?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that experience, man.
Can I actually get to that experience?
Please,
I want to say, the first week of January, dude, we had Kevin Kelly come to the Monster Factory. Yeah. You guys were there. You guys saw him, yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you guys interview him at all?
He couldn't do interviews, yeah.
I know. But, yeah, that was a really cool experience. We did
promo work. Gave him the
work.
card, and he's like, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. In the pocket, so either in the trash or, it's fine.
Nah, he's a cool dude. He'd probably check you guys out. But he helped us a lot with promo work, and he does... He gave us one of the best advice, and we take it differently than, but he said if it works, if it makes your peers pop, try it in front of an audience. So he literally says, pop the boys, see how it feels, and then try to pop the audience. So so the Golden Era and I were like, so we just got to pop each other, and then we'll do it in front of the audience. Awesome. So that's the one golden advice we took from Kevin Kelly, which actually it works. He's not wrong there. No. But then the second week we had Brian Pillman come and train with us at the Monster Factory. He worked with us, and he pretty much did commentary during our training matches, and he pretty much hung out with us. He got us in at MLW, pretty much got to meet some pretty cool people. And then third week, I wrestle Ricky. And in the fourth week, I wrestle Homicide.
So 2020 is just
it's been
really.
It's been like every week's been eventful. And then next week we have another special guest. I'm not going to mention the name yet because I'm sure Dan doesn't want me to say it.
Right.
But you guys will probably find out through social media. If not, it would probably just be on the DL. But I went toe to toe with Homicide.
Talk about that, man. That must have been crazy.
It was crazy because like I was like 12 years old watching him and like TNA and like their glory days when he was in the Latin American exchange, and so it was a pretty cool experience to wrestle him. He's a really great technician for sure. He put me in all types of holds very interesting holds that I had no idea I could even twist or bend that way. I have some crazy flexibility, he made me flexible at that time, but I'm not that flexible. But he's actually like a really great technician, and you would think he's such a brawler, but he's a technical wizard.
So in the terms of Iron Sheik, he made you humble?
Yeah, for sure. He pinned me down to the mat, like he shoot wrestled me down into the mat, like he
really
pinned me, like I couldn't get out. He like wrapped my leg and then wrapped my arm behind my back and then grabbed my arm and put me in like a legit wrist lock. And I tried to kick out and I couldn't. Like Ref Cheech had to actually count down 3 because like I was down in the mat. Like he's a phenomenal technician, and people don't like realize that when it's Homicide, but like he's a great technical wizard for sure.
Now, Paul, you got a question, right?
You do a lot of cool video edits. What is your background on that?
So I went in high school. I went to tech school, North Montco, for graphic design. So from there, like I learned Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, and then from there on out is where I started just teaching myself. Because no matter what like school you go to and stuff like that, you need to actually teach yourself that stuff because new software is being updated, more stuff are coming out, so you need to keep on like learning and adapting to new software every day. So that's what I've been trying to do. Like I use a different software right now. I'm trying to use a different software called LumaFusion, and trying to adapt to it for my old software that I've been using. But there's a lot of adapting that comes into video editing and those software. So I don't really have a background in that except for like I'm certified in being a graphic designer from North Montco Technical Career Center. But that's it. Like.
But the cool thing is you're doing that and your love of professional wrestling and combining it together.
Yeah, it mixes very well, and it also like I help Dan out when I need to, and like my goal is to like when I go to a different promotion or a company, it's like, hey, I'm not just a wrestler. I can do X, Y, and Z. Like if you need me to promote this, what do you want, and I can do this. You know, it's like
nice.
so like this is not just like
to the door, but
but like I've been trying to put that in my resume, like I can do that, and like Carl does that too. He puts that in his wrestling resume, and that's what I'm starting to do too. So I do this also. I don't just wrestle or manage or whatever. I do this stuff too.
Right now, if people have never been to the world famous Monster Factory for a Monster Factory show, tell the fans out there why they should come on the 22nd.
Well, February 22nd, if Royal Money doesn't win, there will probably be a riot.
That's true.
I think there will be a lot of mad fans if he got robbed of a victory, because I think he's the one that pretty much deserves it, because like he's just so knowledgeable and he's so passionate about this business. So that's my take on it.
Okay.
This is come February 22nd to watch the MF Cup, because you're going to be interested. Like QT Marshall is going to be there, Anthony Bennett, Mark Cruz, Mike Reed, LSG, Shaheem Ali. Yeah. Like there's a lot of top stars, like from ROH, from AEW, from our company, like Travis Jacobs, Getty Cahoon, Michelle, Royal.
Yeah.
Like those are all like top stars in the Monster Factory, like alumni. So come see them. Like, there's stars there, and there's a lot of star power in this show.
Right, and you get tickets right at the door. You don't got to worry about getting them in advance. If you can, cool. But if you can, just come right to the...
It's cheaper if you get them in advance, but definitely get them at the door if you can't,
Right. Now, if people want to find more information about you, you can tell the fans again where they can go.
You can follow me on Instagram at flamboyantpharaoh and also you can find me Twitter handle, same thing, at flamboyantpharaoh. Pharaoh spelled Pharo. You can see a lot of cool content. I try to be consistent as much as I can, post every day, so there's always something new.
Right.
But
so, medallion champion or supersonic champion, one of those titles is going to be around your waist before that 2020 is over.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want that, and also I just want to get my name out there too. That's also one of my 2020 goals, is to get in as many companies as possible. Well,
you're already doing it by traveling to the New England All-Star, by helping out for MLW.
Oh yeah.
One step higher, man. That's the great thing about you guys. You guys are family. You guys travel in packs, you know, and make sure you guys, everyone gets their name out.
Well, it also saves money too.
Yeah, it's just, be honest. Yep.
Yeah, but just trying to get the name out there,
Right. Now, before I let you go, I got to ask you. You said Johnny Morrison was one of your favorites of all time wrestling. Who are some up and comers that you like right now?
Oh, Dalton Castle.
Really?
I love Dalton Castle, man. He's just so charismatic, and he's so goofy and funny. But yet he'll kick your butt in the ring. He's a legit shooter. He will take you down, and that's what I love. I love shoot wrestling and amateur wrestling. So that's one of my things I've been into. That's why since I wrestled Homicide, I'm like, dang, I got to get more technical, and now I want to do more amateur wrestling. So I think on my off days I'm going to be doing more amateur stuff for sure.
So what's the goal for Sammy Fernandez? ROH, All Elite Wrestling, right? In the world famous Monster Factory, WWE. What are you thinking?
All of them. I want to. Well, my main end goal is to wrestle at New Japan. I want to go to Japan really bad. That's my end goal for sure, is to be in Japan. But I wanna pretty much wrestle in every company if I can.
Right.
The last time I was watching the Daytona 500 yesterday, Sheamus was there, Monster Factory graduate.
Oh yeah.
He was with former NASCAR driver Michael Waltrip, and he was an honorary pace car driver. And believe me, it just got canceled yesterday, but they're going to resume today at 4 o'clock on Fox.
That's right. So check it out, guys. Sheamus will probably be there again, right?
I don't know about that. 50-50.
Right.
We're about to see.
Right. So, Sammy, I want to appreciate you always for coming out, man, supporting Completely Damaged Radio, man, and telling us your story again. And best of luck on the 22nd. Hope you get your payback.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Danny, book that match, please.
Oh,
Alan,
yeah.
Alan and company, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thanks for having us. And for any of you guys listening out there, if you want to buy tickets for the show on February 29th at Tollman Joe's, you can contact me at 267-636-3127. Either call or text me, and I'll hook you up with tickets.
Nice. Ben, thanks for boarding out for us, man, and sticking in for the show. And guys, remember, don't keep it nice and neat. Keep it completely damaged on MoncoRadio.com, where music and minds meet.
Completely damaged. Completely damaged.
Patients fighting cancer use more blood than patients fighting any other disease, but there simply aren't enough people donating regularly to meet the need. That's why the American Red Cross and the American Cancer Society have partnered to encourage people across the country to give blood to give time. Many cancer patients, especially those undergoing chemotherapy, may need blood during their treatment. Cancer takes so much, but you can help by donating blood or platelets. Visit givebloodtogivetime.org to give now.